Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Risco and Osaka coming at you with some more Little Big Planet. Yosh! Kronos! How you doing? Kronos is in the chat. It is a pleasure as always to see you, Kronos. I hope that you are doing exquisitely well. Fantabulously well, perhaps? We got our fingers crossed, is all. We want the fantabulosity for you. I don't think we're going to do level of the day river race. We will got pizza. Woo. Doing fine indeed if you got pizza on the plate. I was thinking about getting pizza today, but I went for curry as I usually do for Sundays because apparently Sunday is curry day. I know a really nice place, so I tend to go quite often. We're gonna do a couple of team picks. I am 100% going to be getting to your demo lesson? Chigaimasu. Your demo level. I did promise that I would play that, and I do enjoy playing that level, so we're going to be giving that a spin, a bit of a romp. See if we can notice what has changed. We'll do a couple of team picks first, though. We're not going to do memory. Might do Golden Mines. I don't know if we've played Golden Mines before. Apparently we'll also be picking out all the lint, because it's, you know, it wouldn't be an LBP stream if it weren't for large amounts of loading. The loading is the best. Let me know how the voice is in relation to any music. I turned it down just a touch from the last time because when I was recording videos, not actually stream, but recording videos, it was a touch over loud. You might notice that in the Mountain Girl episode. I think that was the one that we recorded after changing the sound settings. Either Mountain Girl or maybe the Flip Flop Workshop, I think, would probably be the one that stands out the most. I kind of felt like my voice was a bit too loud in that one, but it seems like how the mic is picked up by different games and in different settings can, well, be different, strangely enough. Hirunda, yo! Welcome, welcome. It is great to have you back. We're just doing a little bit of our usual community levels, bonusy type streamy stuff. It is a pleasure to see you, though. And Marky Barlow! Woo woo! Marky is in the house. It is a pleasure to see you as well, good sir. I don't know, did I mention this on the last LBP stream or the last time I saw you, Hirunda, but I finally noticed the credits page in your boss playground, not boss playground. Oh gosh, the music in this is very loud. And anyways, I noticed that you thanked me, and that meant an awful lot to me, mate. So I wanted to say with my actual voice as opposed to just a message on PSN, community made music is so loud. Yeah, this one is, I think, I'm gonna bounce out. We're gonna get a blue screen for just a second. I'm in, but just about to go to shopping. Well, if we're still here when you come back from shopping, it is a pleasure. We're gonna pop about with the mic settings a little bit. We may have to turn this down later on. Audio devices, microphone level. Put that up one more. I think that should be okay. Hopefully. Weird having my voice come back to me. I usually keep it on mute for just that reason. What did we not finish? I played it earlier, didn't finish it for some... Oh, this one. I do wish that when folks use their own music, or music that they found in the community, that they would volume adjust it, because it's always really, really loud. But hopefully we won't have too much of an issue. I have good news, I'm done with uni this year. Oh, I'm done with the uni year. That is excellent news. Hirunda, I hope you have a lovely break. from the uni. Now, is this your final year of uni, or do you have one more coming up after this? The sound is a bit better. That is good to know. I'm just afraid to crank the mic up all the way because of feedback issues. Because I know I've had that when I've done recordings, like, for Meat Space episodes. But I'm actually liking the use of layers here, which is kind of shocking. They're not always that well done. Where do we go? I think you've already passed me. That's interesting. I wonder what turned you off the level. I haven't run into anything quite yet, unless it was a time issue. Oh, by the way, Kronos, I have to mention that, the creation that we're going to be looking at for Fever Dreams tomorrow is a Wipeout-inspired creation, and it does a really good job. The hell? It does a really good job of nailing the Wipeout feel. I was kind of shocked. I'm moving to third year, and I have a paid internship starting hopefully December 1st. Oh, that's kind of cool. I hope that your paid internship goes well for you. You don't know what's the internship in? I just scrolled up and noticed that maybe I was cheesed off about something from Kronos as to why the level didn't get finished. And I do find that fairly amusing. Let's do one more paint mansion. Alright, we'll do one more team pick and then we're going to jump into Kronos' demo. Yeah, but the level is called Slide Out 3019. And I thought it did a really, really good job of replicating the feel of Wipeout. So the video is... like, the video section of the episode is me playing very badly. But I had a good time with it. It's really well done. And it kind of gives me hope that if the community comes to Dreams, that it really could be a game-creating platform. And that's really kind of cool. I cut down on the bullet count immensely. Should be way more generous to bullet absorption. Alright, that should be interesting and help us out with the demo. Although I'm glad that I beat the demo on the hard mode. That pleases me immensely. From Marky, I've had a new idea for a level, but knowing me it'll be 2 years before it's done, seeing as my recent one isn't finished yet. Take your time, Marky. I look forward to whatever it is that you are creating. And if it takes a while, it takes a while sometimes. You got the life to think about as well. Oh, I see how this is gonna work. Oh, and they're gonna go back up. That's kind of clever. I don't know why that's not good. I don't know why there's no, Oh, now I do. I just noticed why the bar it's gonna go down. It's not gonna go up. Beep. Nice little bits of Foley work here. I appreciate that. Strawberry Heat. Now, why is that name so familiar? I feel like we've looked at something that they've done in the past. But this is neat. I'm liking it. Wait. Remy 46. I know we've looked at Remy 46 before. Axel. Okay. That was not fair. I didn't like that one at all. Alright, so these must be all folks in the community that the level creator was a part of. And that looks a lot like Aikoami, at least how I imagine Aikoami, so... Imagine Virtual Return, but it's a full level. Thought about making one last VR-based level releasing the adventure. I would love to see another Virtual Return level. I've really enjoyed that one. Oh god. Wah wah. Wah wah wah. Okay, so that's gotta go up there. And then that bounces over here. And now we're gonna get over to here, and now we're gonna die. No! No dying. That was a really weird way to handle it. I don't know how I feel about that. Albie, yes, it's a fun one. It's, this is LBP2. LBP2 goodness, and I'm very glad to see you tonight. Yeah, it is, Slide Out is pretty legit. I don't know why, but, I mean, not about Slide Out. I keep on getting message updates from Reddit, even though I haven't looked at Reddit in basically forever. So it just happened to say like, oh yeah, this new level on Dreams, Slide Out. Like, okay, check that out. What do you want me to do, level? You're killing me here. Oh, do I need to arc over? Is that what you want? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like, but also maybe at the same time not? What am I missing here? Kind of good that you're here too, Hiruna, because you can see the demo's easier difficulty. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the demo after this one, and hopefully, like, this one actually lets us progress. What am I not seeing? I hit the button in the back there. That wasn't what we needed. Like, these pads need to rotate, and they're not rotating? What? Why must you make this so difficult for me? What is this hate in your heart for me, Level? I was having such a good time. I was singing your praises. And now you just gotta do me like this? I don't get it. What? Why? Why now? What did I do now that was different from what I did then? Fudge. Maybe I just had to get him in the right position. That's annoying. There we go. Easy peasy 1, 2, 3-Z. Though this technically means that, Risco will be forever the only player in the history to beat it on hard mode. Yes! That is me! I did that! I am as shocked as anybody else is, frankly. But I am immensely pleased with that. Like, really more so than I should be, perhaps, but it is super pleasing. Are? Excuse me? What did you want me to do there? Oh, X. I did not notice the X. We're slow sometimes. We're the slowest of the slow. Bit of a beefy level here, though. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. Oh, that's neat. I remember Comfort talking about the slowdown technique, but I don't know that it was in relation to this level in particular. Okay, that sucked. By the way, can I just, can I point out that that was suck? Excuse me, no, come back here. What? Do I need to trigger the wormhole? Is that what you want from me? Ah, so! Marky, you have a wonderful time shopping. I do hope that we catch you, but I know that the shorter streams make that a little bit difficult. Okay. That was really, really dumb. I haven't made any progress on my adventure. I'm out of motivation. 100% it happens. Alpy. Feel no shame there. Sometimes it is really hard to get up the motivation to do even what you want to be doing. There are days, sometimes a lot of days, where even though I love doing episodes and I love making all this stuff, I just, like, I want to sleep. I want to do almost anything else. Oh, we were supposed to R1 and now we're fudged. No, we're not. Okay, that's good to know. Nice animated poster there, by the way. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, I need you to... Right, so when we get... But you didn't do the thing that you're supposed to do. But you did? Now you want me to what? I... 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 Oh. Well, that was bad camera work. That was exquisitely bad camera work. School is stressing you out, Alfie. That's a shame. Are you wrapping up your semester? What just happened there? Oh, I know what we're doing, and it's dumb. I mean, it's not dumb, but I'm dumb. I saw your update about that. About the new weapons on PtaER. I'm gonna have to take a look at the PtaER. I don't know if we'll do it tonight, but we might. Let's see some of these new changes that have come about. Yikes! Really though? Really? Is that how you want to do us? Okay, in, out, bouncy? Can we... Oh! Crumbs. Alright, we gotta wait for that to reset. What's got you stressed out about school, Alfie, if you don't mind me asking? If you do mind my asking, don't be afraid at all to tell me. It's the only way that I'll ever learn. ADTK is still an active player, but I don't think she's creating anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Oh, okay, I see. Oh, crap. Maybe not crap. What? Oh, I get you. I'm so confused a little bit by this level. Now, one thing I do notice about LBP2 levels, and as much as I love LBP2 levels, sometimes they are a little bit bulkier than their own good. They do... I don't want to say that they overstay their welcome, but some of them do. But that was a neat one. I like that one an awful lot. Alright, let's check out the Kronos' demo. Get a nice eyeball on that. Who did that level? I should make a note. I got a whole new notebook. Elaine 251. This is actually like I think the 6th notebook for LBP stuff. Elaine 251. I want to take a look at some of their other stuff. Time to space and shoot. Yes! We will be spacing, we will be shooting. Things will be shot, they will be shot by us. Unlike Terminator Dark Future, which I watched last night, where things were shot by other people. It was a good one. I enjoyed Dark Future. There's a bit in the middle that I could have done without, but that had absolutely nothing to do with the movie, and 100% to do with my mental state at the time. I don't know if anybody follows me on Twitter, but you could find that in my second to last tweet. In before the demo breaks. Don't say that, Kronos. If the demo breaks, it'll probably take the stream with it. It'll be like an implosion. My logic isn't the most rigid of frames, I admit. I don't know, you seem to be doing a pretty good job of it, yo. Got an awful lot going on at any given time, and it runs pretty smoothly. No, not yet. It's from Alpy. I just have a bunch of unfinished work that I haven't even started, and I know that if I just leave them now, they'll kick my unsuspecting butt at the end of the year. I understand that feeling. I understand that feeling on a very deep level. I won't give you any advice because I wouldn't have taken it at the time. And I certainly didn't do anything that I think would have probably been smart at the time, but yeah, I dig that a lot. Try doing one thing per day to start off, then try to build the goalposts as time goes by. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I say this because that is exactly what happened to me at the tail end of grad. Grad school? Also, the website I'm supposed to return my essays isn't working. Oh God, that is awful. Like when you've got something done and you can't actually get it in because of something that has nothing to do with you. Yeah, that sucks. L1 is rocket. I always have to check this, and I will always forget halfway through. L1 rocket, R1 evade. D-pad is switch weapons. R2 is hyper attack. My favorite intro of any LBP level ever. Remember that we do have rockets. That's our evade, that's not a rocket. I think that was one of our screw-ups last time, is that we didn't actually use any of the rockets. That would have helped us out a lot. Also, oh, it's the rockets pause us? I forget. Oh, I know why the music sounds low, because I turned it down because we had that creator track. Because I'm dumb. I was like, that's weird. The music is really soft. No, that's completely me. Rockets! Go Team Rocket! Go Team Rocket! I'm taking dumbass damage. The A word is family friendly, right? When it's hyphenated? Crumbs. I'm gonna say that it's not family friendly and I screwed up again. As far as like my memory is awful. I should point out my memory is really bad. But I feel like there's less on the screen at any given time. Like it feels easier to deal with stuff, but I don't know also if maybe that's because I'm using rockets. Go Team Rocket! I mean, really though, go Team Rocket. Y'all don't get enough respect. I am just doing terrible here. Why am I having a harder time on this, on the easy mode? I'll take a look at what you're saying in a moment there, Kronos. I'm currently engaged? Like a washlet? Or a loo? I guess loo would be the better word. Axel! Oh, that was terrible! I love the intro to this level. Long and short of it is that small enemies only fire 1 instead of 3. And I set the in-game music in this adventure to 50 to 60%. Medium enemies no longer shoot any pink bullets. Heavy enemies, sub-boss, and observer core remains unchanged. Gotcha. Crank up the volume a little bit, because I do love the music in this level. That's the volume on my headphones. Wait, no, I want to replay. I'm going to grab some breakfast since it's morning here. Alpy, enjoy a lovely breakfast. We'll be on for the next hour and 40 minutes-ish. If you are back, but I hope that whatever you eat is delectable. Delightful. Lovely, even. Alright, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing and try not to suck. It would help. This is completely on my end. It would help if I remembered bullet patterns and when enemies showed up. Oh, no, no, don't change colors. Use your hyper bomb. Dummy. Why do you always want to change colors, Risco? Just use the hyper bomb. Alright, but actually, rockets, thank you. Good. Good, good, good. We also have a dodge. Don't forget that we've got a dodge. If anything, this is going to help me practice for, Gungeon. I'm really worried about restarting that Gungeon stream, next Sunday. Like, we're doing pretty well, even if we did lose the clone a lot earlier than we should have done. But, like, I'm worried I'm going to get completely brain fried and blow our, what's honestly been our best chance of getting Gunslinger unlocked. Hopefully that's not what happens, but I could see it happening. Why do you always want to... Oh, that was terrible. No, no, really though. Stop. Just please, please. Any moment now, just stop shooting at me. I should be playing this more in preparation for Gungeon. Oh, we are fudged. Like, fudge-alicious? That was definitely too little too late. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to watch the stream at the same time. Oh, that's good to hear. What is on the breakfast plate for you, Albi? Is it deliciosity? Alright, remember that we can absorb the red. I mean, we can absorb the blue too, but I always forget to change. So... Okay, red shots, not blue ones. Red shots, not blue ones. Oh, that's not evade. Girl, that's not evade. Shit, not blue ones, red ones. Nice. Okay. Red shots, not blue ones. All the red shots, not the blue ones. Can she do it? Can she do it? No? Maybe? Not the blue ones. Not the blue ones! Darn it. I'm gaining health by eating breakfast. You can gain health by absorbing same colored bullets, and if I were a better player, I would switch between colors so that I could actually gain health from the blue ones. But I'm not. Oh, it's not like, it's not Frosted Flakes, is it? Was expecting the lighting to go out of order there. No, does it usually? I don't remember. Give this one more shot. Hopefully we will, we'll put paid to it. Remember, we want to run into bullets that are the same color. And maybe possibly remember that we can switch colors. And it's the L2 button. Alright. He's good. Rockets. I was just gonna say that we're doing a better job of dodging, but clearly that's not the case. Could you two, like, be next to each other so that maybe I could just zap you at the same time? Oh, fudge. Stop! Really, though, just stop. Mom! Demo's kicking my butt again. Demo, stop kicking your sister's butt. Just having fun, Mom. Demo? What have we talked about with fun? Alright, we got this. Red shots, not blue ones. Or, you know, just change colors. Remember that we've got rockets. Rockets are good. Rockets are lovely. We're doing a better job of keeping our health up this time. And just generally not being dumb. So that's a start. Could you not? No, I mean any time now. If you could just like stop. Jeez. Ah! No more. No more bullets. There we go. Alright, that's a... Cereal is best. I haven't had cereal in a long time, Hirunda. So I don't know if I could agree with that. But admittedly, cereal is pretty yummy. Red shots, not blue ones. Or change your colors, stop being a dork. Oh, why is everything gotta be blue now? Like it's all trying to be cool. Also, that's not the button for evade. Holy crap, that took off a ton of health! Mom! Mid-boss is being a total doof. A total dorcas. Naughty scum. Being a dorcas is not being against house rules. Nice. Mid-boss is done. Demo Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox. Right? Demo's always using up all the time on the Xbox. Such a jerk. Demo is worse, big brother. Excuse me, but I would like to use my hyper shot now. Oh good, we got rid of the absorber core. Which is not called the absorber core. The little Chumley. The little Chumley is dead? Oh no, it summoned another little Chumley. You can't do that. Like that's totes not cool. What is with the summoning of the Chumleys, jerkface? I wonder how many tries it took me to beat hard mode. Woo! The feature isn't in this demo, but I made it so that your dash meter will cool down when using a hyper attack. That's cool. I kind of like that effect. Yeah. What do I think? We got a C. I'm happy with a C. I think it's more forgiving. Definitely more forgiving. I honestly don't know how I beat it the first time. So, that's certainly a thing. I think that if a player is willing to put time into learning enemy placement and bullet patterns and is a little bit quicker thinking about changing to keep the health up, because that was a big thing with that last run, was just ramming all the red bullets. But if I was quick thinking enough to be able to switch between the red and the blue, you know, and actually be able to get all the health, I think it wouldn't have been quite so difficult. It's still challenging. It's not, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's definitely easier than it was. And it's still rocking on solid. Kronos, I'm really like this level a lot. I gotta heart it, actually, because I always forget to do that. That's right, we did lose a life. I don't usually heart levels. I tend to heart creators much more often. But I do like playing a demo enough that I want to be able to find it more easily. Uh, I'm gonna pause here. Oh, it's so good, Alpi. It's such a good level. I'm gonna pause here for just a second and grab a little bit of water. Umberkin! Yo, rainbow trout for the rainbow pride. Um, I just take a super quick break though. Grab a quick smoke, grab a bit of water, and we will be back in just a mo. Os, we are back. Sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger break there, Umberkin, but it is wonderful to have you here. Glad you're able to beat it this go about. I love seeing the results screen. I love your results screens, Kronos. Like, you managed to nail a lot of really good aspects that I think are underrated or underlooked at in level design. Little bits of detail that I think elevate your levels a lot. So, I'm glad that we beat it too. I've got the demo queued up. I'll try and probably fail miserably at beating it. It's definitely beatable, Hiruna. It's a fair level. That's one thing I noticed when I was reviewing it the first time, and I still feel now that there's nothing. If you lose, this is gonna say like sound way colder than it is. If you lose, it feels like your loss, and not that suddenly the level's thrown something at you out of left field that it hasn't prepared you for already. But it's definitely a little bit different than a lot of levels where you can just walk into them and beat them. Now this is by the person who did the flip-flop workshop that we looked at on last LittleBigPlanet, Little Bite-Sized Planet. And I wanted to check out some of his other levels. So far, I'm not quite as impressed. But Flip-Flop Workshop was a lot. So I think that would be... Except for communication issues, Flip-Flop Workshop is a really solid level. I don't think it's always a fair level, but it is solid. What are we, like, going to be doing something here? Is there doings in the doings? I mean, it's neat, don't get me wrong, I like a good train level, but I was, like, expecting, you know, level qua level. Could, you know, use... If you're gonna go for presentation, which it seems like this level's going for, you could actually put a little bit more effort into presentation. Because, like, nothing about the material shaping is really selling it for me. A scoreboard? Like, it's gonna be a scoreboard, right? Yep. Right again. Grab the leave. Alright, I mean... Alright. Fine, I guess. Not what I was expecting. Oh, well, it does say Jungle Coaster. So maybe I should have expected more of a level like that. Cardboardia, Niper 37X? I think that's 37DX. Not sure. I haven't played this level in years. I probably haven't played this level since I first got LBP3, which would have been, well, like 3-4 years ago, I guess. Not sure. When is LBP... Hi, brain? Work? Please? When is LBP's birthday? Have we missed that, or is it still coming up? Because I forgot. I've forgotten, basically. I remember really liking this level, though. Even if it has Velociraptors. Those dastardly Velociraptors, you gotta watch for them. You're just minding your own business, walking through some tall grass. Suddenly, Velociraptor right next to you, launches you. Hi, that was dumb. That was me. You know, launches you into someplace you weren't even expecting. Your direction is completely changed. Then it bites your head off. You don't even have time to say nice girl. Or clever girl, excuse me. Oh, but also nice. I'm sure also nice. Just clever at the same time. But don't. November 11th. Oh my god, that's tomorrow. Oh, that's LBP3 though. Where's LBP1? I'm gonna have to go back and check, because I actually did do birthday episodes. I don't think we're gonna do one this time around, because I do not have the time to do it, but I did do birthday episodes in the past. But perhaps happy early birthday, or perhaps late birthday, depending. Because wasn't it October? I know there was... When we did Roughly 50 Minutes Fresh Season 1, I think, we did a birthday episode for LBP's 9th. And the big joke was that I thought that it was the 10th anniversary, because I honestly did think it was the 10th anniversary. And I jumped out of a cake and wore a dress. Which is the first time that I've worn a dress in any life. Maybe an early sign. Hello. I did really like that intro section though. It worked out way better than it should have. Sometimes I miss doing Roughly 50 Minutes Fresh. Then I think about the the number of hours it took to make an episode, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna have that time available again. But it would be kind of nice to go back to that environment, that story. I always kind of thought that I would do story episodes for I will take a look at what you've mentioned, Alfie, just as soon as I get someplace relatively safe. Keep it hidden, keep it safe. I mean, that's not right. I have built like half a level for my adventure so far. I really like the creatures I've created for it. It's supposed to be an alien poison swamp with a bunch of carnivorous flowers in it. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. Do you have any screenshots that you would be willing to put in Left Stick Right Stick's Discord? Unless you want everything to be a complete surprise. But I wouldn't mind taking a look at your creatures. I'm a fan of the creatures. It's a creature feature. 56. That's not bad. That's respectable. No. Is the sure about the pictures, or like the sure plus the new together leave me a little bit confused. Crazy Town, Super Sackboy, 8160. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more meat on the bones than we saw with the coaster level. I don't know about that coaster level. Stream delay strikes again. No! I did have some buffering on my end too, so maybe that's not just you. I mean, I could publish a preview of the level right now. If you want to, I wouldn't push you to do anything that drastic. But if you did want to do something like that, I would absolutely take a look at it. Now, what is this? Hold on, my eyeballs are no good. To use the sword, use right stick. To swipe the target you want to demolish, try that ball of rope. Wah! Take that. If your sword is glowing, you can also use R1 to light your sword on fire. But be resourceful, because you can only do it so often. That's kind of neat. Did we want to? When fighting enemies, you'll have to hit them several times to defeat them. Be careful, because enemies can attack too. Take that! Take that! Unfortunately, you don't have a health bar, so remember that you can only take 16 hits. Oh, come on, that's asking a little bit much from me. If you get low health, break open a heart box to restore your health. Okay. That's neat. I don't know why they would hide the HP from the player, but if you get hit, you'll hear this noise. Okay. If you have low health, you'll have this noise. I kind of heard that, but not really. Alright, let's do this thing. Ah! V half died. We have no sword. What the? Oh, okay, we have a sword. Stay away from me. You rapscallion. You scoundrel, you blackguard! Now I'm trying to remember what that line is from Disposable Heroes. No, it's... Back to the front. You will do what I say when you say... No. Back to the front. You will die when I say you must die. Back to the front. You coward! You servant! You blind man! Back to the front. That's what it was. Gotcha. Coward, servant, blind man. That's like a weird combination, to be honest. Did I want that? Oh, we could have tricked that person into getting squished. What just happened? Actually, sure, I'll do it now. We totally died. And that's okay. Take that. And a little of this. Everybody's got zeros, so nobody will know how badly I did. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to show individual health. Maybe not doing health is a conscious decision. That's fair enough. Yeah, okay, so like if you've got, say, I'm gonna screw up Alpy's name. Hold on a second. Alpy Painonen. Is that right? Should there be two P's in there? Wait just a few moments. I'll tell you what, we'll do another level, and then hopefully that'll be enough time to get your level queued up. But no rush, no rush. We got time. Just like Kay Hanley says, I've got time. I used to have visible HP bars for each enemy in my shooter, but I cut them because they were kind of ugly. Yeah, as an aesthetic choice, I could see why you might want to do that. Like having the floating bars over people's heads or under people's bums can be a bit distracting. Especially if you're trying to sell a diegetic environment. My dear Sackling, this level is all about side-scrolling, where focus is on where the camera's moving. You have to be quick or you'll lose out. Good luck on your journey. Oh, this is kind of neat. I am buying what this level is selling so far. I don't think I've played a manual side-scroller in a while, except that we just played one with Crazy Town. Okay, never mind. And they actually remembered not to make the grabbable material grabbable. That is a help. I do appreciate that. Thank you. One of those little things that a lot of people forget, and that can completely screw up levels. I wonder if they're gonna speed up the side-scrolling at any point? Because right now, it's just a little bit too slow. I reserved visible HP bars for main bosses. Okay, well, that seems fair enough. Just kinda side-scrolling over here. Not having too much trouble keeping up. I'm worried I'm gonna run too far to the right, and then I'll become a fascist. That'll never happen, but... Really though, like, I would probably jump off a bridge before that happened. Speed up! Oh, good. I mean, maybe good. Maybe not good. Oh, crumbs! Crumbs! Okay, get back up there, Birdie. No, Birdie, you gotta... I need elevation. I gotta go higher. I gotta elevate. Elevate. We got this. This is totes gettable. I like it. I like the concept here. I like that it's at least trying to ramp up its difficulty a little bit, although it's not quite there yet. Bounce and go. Oh, excuse me. But I need, like, I'm not gonna make that. Oh! Way too far back for the checkpoint placement, my friend. Why would you do that to me? I think about it, Gungeon does that too, unless you get the Scouter. Have we had the Scouter before? I'm trying to remember. My terrible memory. It really is shamefully bad. And weirdly random. But mostly shamefully bad. Maybe there was no better place they could have put that checkpoint. I could see if that was part of the issue. Now, like, it's just not... Oh, wait, yeah, I guess it kinda is. I guess the bird last time just decided to stay fixed to one spot, but... Alright. We didn't lose too much progress then. Speed up? Yes! Totally got this level down. It's not gonna beat us. We will defeat it. And it will be... No, that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm the Beal? I don't even know any Beals. Jessica Biel? She's a real person, right? I think her name was spelled B-A-E-L. Oh, come on, that sucked. That was terrible. Fine level. Well played, level. Well played. It will be fantastic. Wait, where did I go? I looked at chat and I disappeared. Did it throw me behind the level? Because that would be hilarious. Folks, we kind of... I think we broke something? Alright. I don't know if we'll be able to beat the level this way. Poof, gone. Right? It's, you know... Whoa! I'm the king! Like, we can't... Wah, wah. Rip to the level, I guess. You beat the game at its own game or something. Beat something. That does happen sometimes, though. You get the levels to break. It's always fun when you find one. I notice it tends to happen a lot more with levels that were made in LBP2, but not updated for LBP3. Because in LBP 1 and 2, you were stuck with 3 layers. So... Oh, come on. Really, though? Hi, this has been fun, but let's move on. So sometimes there are levels, if you have access to the ground, where you can actually just go back in layers to bypass almost the entire level, then come back forward in layers when you get to the checkpoint. Alpi, are we good to go? Or should I do another level instead? Maybe we'll just do another level just to give Alpi... I'm almost done. Take your time, take your time. Just let us know when you are ready, so we could bounce onto that. Once again, Twitch being wonderful as far as differentiating people in chat. Spooky Boogie is a dark bluish green. Both Alpi, well, Alpi and Umberkin are both purples, and Hirunda is a purplish blue. So hopefully I won't mistake who's talking at what time. But if I do apologize. I don't know why Twitch would make that such a... Like, it's crap accessibility, frankly. I can't imagine how bad it must be if you've got any type of color blindness. I just have bad eyesight. Okay, that was dumb. Hi, Vyo, how you doing? It is a pleasure to have you in chat as always. I'm sorry that government where you're at is the suck right now, but it certainly does seem like the suck. I wish you the best of luck with your wildfire season, because that sounds freaking terrible. Oh, I see what you want me to do here. And it is actually kind of clever. That wasn't so great, but that was my fault. Trying to... Yeah! Hi. Oh, wow. We actually have a non-infinite life checkpoint. Damn it. I mean, gosh darn it. Playing the Destiny 2 to get over the suck. They should give each individual letter a different color. Now, Kronos, we're not playing, we're not using Twitter as designed by Malkavians, so, or at least fish mulks. I like to think mulks, just regular mulks, have a little bit more class than fish mulks, but, you know, there's them that would say that Every malk is a fish malk at heart. Not enough calcium, but I drink malk every day. Oh no, I drink milk every day, and then he looks at the package and it says malk. Alpi, as soon as we get this level wrapped, I will take a look at what you got posted. And depending on how badly I play the level, that may be quicker than I expected. Now, I'm not going to force anybody to have good news when maybe they're just not feeling good newsy. But Hive, is anything good going on for you recently? Life is, at least on a personal level, treating you well, I hope? Actually play this. I'm liking this. It could use I think a little bit more direction via the camera, but oh, monkey bars, of course. Why would there not be monkey bars? It could use a little bit more direction with the camera when they want you to go behind things, but otherwise, so far I'm liking what we're seeing here. I do need to be careful not to accidentally change layers. Can I? Oh, you're in the way. Excuse me? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. It was great for a first level, but the gameplay was a bit lacking. I could see where you're coming from with that, Alpi. My cats are soft and lovely. That is very nice to hear. I'm glad, if anything, at the very least, the cats are giving you a bit of joy. Mari is not... What? Why did that not sound right? Why do I feel like I just screwed up the pronunciation on that? But that Mari is not getting in the way of your Destiny 2 play? With her neediness. This level is officially not in the cool club. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be in the cool club. You gotta really push it. The green circles, even though I do find myself to be fairly forgiving as a reviewer, but I have been giving out green circles like candy recently. I don't know if there's a particular reason why for that, but they do seem to be fewer and farther between. A little bit more often on Fever Dreams, but I have a feeling that at least some of that is just being surprised at the novelty of what we're seeing in Dreams so far. And when it starts to even out, then maybe we won't be seeing quite as many green circles there either. It's an interesting way to handle that. Hold on, is there a... I think I see the problem here. Hold on. I need to force a zoom in. See, like this right here. With the way that the camera normally is, it's really hard to see that there's a break in the fence that you can get back that way. So, if a player has to force a zoom in by using the costume change function, which is actually like low-key a pretty good technique when you get stuck on levels, because it'll break the level's camera, at least for a little while, so you can get a closer look at what's going on around you. But I think that's a pretty good indication that the creator hasn't put enough thought into the camera work. So there is that. Also, it's a good way to get a close-up of your own character's costume, so there's that as well. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me, and then you'll be all alone. Like, that's pretty passive-aggressive, if you ask me. Now that I think about the actual lyrics of that song, that's kind of trash. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me, and then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone, and tell me I'm your own. Like, she might not be alone, dude. She might have suitors of all stripes just knocking down her door. 'Cause, like, got a wonderful personality, is generally pretty cool and chill all around. A body to die for if, you know, you're somebody who just dies when they see a body. She don't need you. She ain't gotta be sending you some telegram with a kiss in it. Just saying. Camera work is basically a subtle way of signposting. It's very important. It is super important. Kronos. Knocking outdoors can be pretty rude 90% of the time. Yeah, you know, it's not something that we should engage in very often. I mean, I'm lucky that I'm paid to do that, but most of the times, you know, you don't want to be busting out somebody's door. I just did the same mistake twice. That was not, you know, that was probably not the best way to handle that. Cool. I think, especially as Alpi mentioned, for a first level, that's, like, it's surprisingly solid for a first level. But it definitely needs polish. It definitely needs work. Pacing was kind of weird on it too. But the pacing might have been a bit better if, like, the camera work allowed for an easier flow. So that you're not, like, getting hung up where you're supposed to be going next. It's not that kind of... That type of pacing for a level, I think, works for a puzzler. Like, you want the player to pause and deal with the environment, figure out where they're supposed to be going. It works well if you've got, like, decorative set pieces that you really want the player to look at because you've put a lot of effort into that area, that scene. But if you're not going for those, you know, types of experience, that type of play, I think a fair amount of smoothness in progress where the only breaks are skill breaks. Like, the player actually has to do this task to make it progress, just to confuse the player and stop them. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I'm not a big fan of that. Search preview Carniflower Swamp. Nice name. Nice name indeed. Let's check this out. Preview. Not a post view. Unless you're looking in the rear view mirror. Carniflower. That's a slick name. Are the carniflowers based on cauliflowers? Because if so, like, double points. Man, I really need to go in to get an eye exam and new glasses / contacts. I think the last time that I changed my prescription was many years ago. And I've been using the same disposable contacts for 2 years now. So that's, like, probably not good. That's probably a mistake. Seeing as I think they're only, like, supposed to be used for a month. Carniflowers are carnivorous cauliflowers? Hidden is bringing the lore? What do we got going for us here? Will it be all that in a bag of chips? I bet, for a preview, that it'll be all that in a bag of chips. I like the look. Hi, Twitch! Haha! Alfie, that's awesome. That's really awesome. I like that. Noise? Have I just become vaguely British? Nice choice of materials. And I like the kind of the doubled layering here. where you've got the pink semi-fuzzy material on the top and that, hi brain, the zebra material on the inside of that. That is cool looking. Spaceship is pretty slick looking as well. And we got our little blob. It's a blob. And we should beware of the blob because it leaps and creeps and slides and glides across the floor under the door and up the wall. That is a well-animated flower, Alpi. Well, you know what? Like, let's just see what happens when we tease the flower. That was probably not supposed to happen. I'm stuck. It's my own fault for trying to go backwards. Man, that is just nice looking. Cool juice. I cannot pronounce anything. Okay, that last one was on purpose, but honestly, I don't seem to be able to use my mouth today. Good choice of music, since I apparently can't say the word cool anymore. Alright. Yeah. I'm selling what you're putting down here, Albie. This is nifty. That was death. I deserve that. I 100% deserve that. There was a line that I was gonna do there, and I don't remember what the line was. Something about we're awful people and we deserve to be dead, but... See, this is what happens when you've seen too many movies, TV shows, YouTube videos. Like, after a while it all just starts to get jumbled, and you just remember random pieces, but have no idea where the hell they've come from. Alright, let's not throw ourselves to our untimely demeses anymore. Hi. Not the level's fault, Alpi, by the way. I want to point that out very strongly. This is just me playing like a dork. Because that's, you know, that's on brand. Oh, wow. Oh, God. That was gonna eat us. Almost ate us. Alpi. Danger, yo. I like it. Alpi, I like what you got. I like what you got going on in that level. I can see areas where I kind of expect that you're going to want to build things out a little bit. But as far as a base early design, what you've got going there is really quite cool. And I do look forward to seeing what this turns into. I even would be... it's not a rush. Like, take your time with it. Get it done when you're ready to have it done. But definitely give me a heads up when it is done, because I think I'd like to take a look at that on LBSP. It is, isn't it, Hive? Albi's done a really slick job with this one. Music is a great fit, yeah? As you said. Nice. The level is set to be after a crash landing. Alright. You see where it's going with that. Are you, like... Question. Are you looking to incorporate a story into the level, or is it just kind of... Is it just kind of the setup for what the level's going to be? Either of those are perfectly fine routes, by the way. There's no roots talking about carniflowers. Got roots. Either of those I think are perfectly fine routes, but I think that it would be like they would lead to different places in the end, like where you want player focus to be. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing with that, Alpi. Cool beans. They are beans. They are cool. Oh, we gotta go back to the queue. Go to the queue. Mansion Madness by Bakron? Maybe? Say Bakron? I cannot read any of the fonts, apparently, anymore. We're done. Brain is done. I think the brain is just anticipating the amount of work tomorrow. We're gonna be I don't know if I mentioned, I know I mentioned about, like, all the machinery getting shut down on the site for, like, a week, and us being locked out of one of the areas that we need to be working on. They're gonna let us back into that area to do work, but everything in that area is gonna have to be done by hand, which means all the tiling on the floor is gonna have to be taken off by hand. It's gonna be a lot. It will mean that I get to use the crowbar a lot, and that always makes me very happy, but at the same time, I expect to be very sore. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, did we fudge something up? Hold on a second, I want to replay this. I got an idea that we did something wrong there. I'm trying to connect all the levels into one big town-like level, and from the town you can reach other levels. Okay, so yeah, adventure stage. Use the right stairs, push one block forward. Right. I don't know when I'll finish it though. Take your time, yo. Don't feel pressured to get it done this week or next week or even this month or next month. Whenever you feel like you're ready to get work on it, that's fine. Absolutely. I would never tell anybody to update their schedule and make things sooner or later than they're ready to be. Right. One block to push out the other one. It's a shame that there wasn't like a reset there. So now this block should be able to go over under the switch. I love this track though. This is one of my favorite LBP2 tracks. Okay. I see something that... Does it want to come out more? Maybe it's where it needs to be. It's kind of neat, but it's a little bit tricky here. Alpy, you have a wonderful day. If we do see you, it'll be great, but if we don't, hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday when we start up River City Girls. Because that's going to be fun! I haven't done a beat 'em up in a while. I think the last, like, full-on beat 'em up that I played was Phantom Breaker, the Chaos Zone, and that was 4 years ago. It wasn't streamed, of course. That was before we started streaming. That was a weird-ass game. It felt like it started in the middle of a story, and it felt like it ended in the middle of a story. So that was kind of frustrating. I played Phantom Breaker one session a while back. It's, like, it's not bad. It's got a decent enough look to it, but it's, like, I don't know. It felt both slight and bloated at the same time, if that's even possible. Like some of the little oh my god, they've got Muzak. I love Muzak. In levels, I don't love Muzak in real life. I completely forgot Death Stranding. Makes me miss the Scott Pilgrim game, though. That was excellent. Did that, like, get taken down or something? Like, you can't buy it anymore? So, like DuckTales? I never played the Scott Pilgrim game, but I I have problems with Scott Pilgrim the movie. Like, I like the aesthetic. I like all the goofy little presentation choices that they use in the movie. I liked most of the characters. I absolutely hated Scott Pilgrim. Like, I just found myself loathing Scott Pilgrim by the end of the movie. And I kind of low-key hated that the entire world of the movie is... Well, at least on first blush, I suppose it could be argued... Oh, that sucks. It could be argued that, like, subtext or it's different, but, like... Scott is the hero of the narrative, because they just found him to be gross, basically. So that's my Scott Pilgrim story. I never got to read Scott Pilgrim, because it came out after I was over here. There were English language versions, like you could pick them up at the bookstores, but they're really expensive. Just like a lot of import books tend to be really expensive, but certainly more than I had money for at the time. Did you want me to go someplace, game? Right? Okay, we got the bubbles here. There's no grabby bits, no bouncy bits, no... Whoa, 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 I can see just objects floating in space. That's great. It's wonderful. Where do you want me to go? Game, what do you want from me? Well, not game so much as level. Level, what do you want from me? Well, is there a... Oh, there's a stairwell there. See, there it is again. It's just straight up gone, yeah. The game follows similar progression to the movie, but the game is much its own thing. Plus, the OST was made by... Hold on a second, I'm not gonna be able to read that. Anamanaguchi, and every track is a banger. Yeah. No, I think you're right. This song is kind of a signal of the pacing of levels, and it does tend to mean a fairly slow level. Which would be great if, like, we just pop up to the scoreboard right now. Ah! That was perfect timing! Patrick! Patrick, it is wonderful to see you. It's been a while. I didn't even say floaty fluid, and Patrick just showed up. It's amazing. It's game-breaking. Thought Patrick had to be summoned. You tap... It's... Let me see if I can remember right. Like, it's... 1 blue, 1 black, 1 green, and 3 colorless mana to summon Patrick. But you have to say floaty fluid 3 times when you do it. Well, it's wonderful to have you here, Patrick. Don't feel pressured to chat and chat. People are popping from everywhere. It's just popping off. It's pop-off Smirnoffs tonight. But I'm glad at least that you said hello, just so that I did know that you're there. And I hope that life is treating you really well. Be sure to post Scott Pilgrim music in the LSRS, the really good songs. I'd love to hear them. Is the OST still available? Or is, like, that's gone with the game as well? I wonder why the game disappeared. Like, I completely understand why DuckTales disappeared, because Disney is eventually evil. Essentially evil. Sure, they'll take DuckTales off the market. Did it before. But, like, is Scott Pilgrim owned by Disney? It could be. Like, they basically own everything these days. Game was pulled due to license expiring. Ah, licensing. Oh, licensing. Do any of the songs feature the line "We are sex bomb"? Because that's awesome. It's 9:22. Let me do. This has been a really quick moving stream tonight, which is wonderful. I love that. But I am gonna grab a really quick smoke, so give me a mo. I will be right back. sauce is so good. Thai pasta sauce, it is yummy. Yummy pasta sauce, it is our thing.
Alright, we are back. If I recall correctly, Knives is the best character. Knives is pretty solid, pretty strong. I can't remember. Does she move on with her life after Scott dumps her? One would hope. Their relationship is pretty gross at the beginning of the movie. The way that that Scott handles the whole thing is just Jesse Eisenberg, because that would be like, it seems like everybody he plays is just a giant douche. Apparently the alternate ending is Knives goes with Scott instead of Ramona. Knives should go with Ramona. Like, neither of them deserve the pain of being stuck with Scott, frankly. Midnight Splash, we've done that. Mushroom Valley platformer, Skeckum 22. Skeckum is another person whose levels we've looked at. Hopefully that should be good. Edgar Wright is a great director, although I'd recommend the Cornetto trilogy. Yes, yes, the Cornetto trilogy is Fabu, is really, really good, and I would also highly recommend it. It's a set where it's hard for me to put a finger on just which part I actually like the most, because all the entries are so strong. I think World's End, though, like the way that World's End handles addiction and recovery and lack of recovery, all the while being an alien invasion of the body snatchers type of movie, is really, really solid. And I was very much struck by that, so that's a good one. I was lucky enough to see... When was it? Back in April, maybe? Oh god, that's terrible. Also, those mushrooms have very... I'm not sure family-friendly mouths, so let's try to keep those off-screen so that Twitch doesn't force us to be in a mature bracket for LBP stuff. Gosh, I mean, it's not doing that on purpose, I swear. Yeah. I saw Shaun of the Dead in theaters for the 20th anniversary? 25th anniversary? It must have been 20th. It couldn't have been 25th, right? It's not that long ago. I posted a few of my favorite tracks from the game. I will make sure to listen to them. And as for Michael Cera, I don't, like... Mononoke is gonna air here pretty soon. I'm telling you, Kronos, you gotta come to Japan. You'll be able to watch Mononoke on TV, like, at least twice a year. Michael Cera, like... Not Michael Douglas. Not Michael Biehn. There's a 30th anniversary edition of Aliens? Oh crap, I didn't know that. It's probably like 20 hours long. Sarah. What have you done? Oh, yeah, 'cause he's the douchey dude in Zombieland too, who I also hated. He's terrible. He's in Twin Peaks. How to Be a Latin Lover? Oh god, that sounds awful. Man rots from the head. Okay. Yeah, his listings here don't seem to be so great. Yeah, I can't say the name of that one because it's family friendly tonight. There's nothing really. Like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, sure, that's 2012. Was he not in Zombieland? Like, isn't he the dude from Zombieland? Or is that Jesse Eisenberg? Are Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Cera the same person? Because, God, they just... And this picture on IMDb, like... I don't know if everybody gets the same pictures of the randomized or what, but, like... God, he has got the most punchable face. Like that bit in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the restaurant at the end of the universe, where they talk about how the... Oh, I don't remember his name. Zaphod is with some dude who's actually the president of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And he mentions how he has a face... What does he say? He has a very brickable face. It's a face that makes you want to hit it with a brick. So he did. This is absolutely a very brickable face. God, I don't want to look at that anymore. Zombieland was Eisenberg. Okay. I never saw Arrested Development, so yeah. The mushrooms are yeah, the mushrooms are something. Zombieland Double Tap is coming out pretty soon, and I might go see it, and I might not. I'm not sure. It is in the theaters, like part 2, but that's also 3 hours long, And I really don't know if I've got the chops for a 3 hour long movie anymore. Like, that's a lot to ask. As much as I like the dude who played Pennywise, and I think he did a great job with Pennywise, like, I don't know. Because I always see movies after work, and they just... I was shocked last night that I didn't pass out in the middle of Terminator. Because, I mean, I was really enjoying it, so there's that, but... Like, that's a pretty common response to film for me now, when I see them. Like, I love to see things in the theater, but... directly after work is hard. Oh, sack thing. Is that you? Oh, thank God, I was eating cupcakes and pie earlier, but then the horde came back and stole all my sweets. You gotta get them back, please. I think I'm going to bed. Keep your eyes out. I may showcase some more Paint Fair stuff, including a little friend. Hirunda, thank you so much for dropping in tonight. It's really, really good to see you. I'm glad that things are going well for you, and that you've got at least this year of uni wrapped up. And I hope that things continue to go well, but you get yourself some good sleep tonight, and we will see you hopefully on Wednesday. What do you want me to L1, game? I'm L1ing here. What? What do you want? Sure, I guess. Like, I'm L1ing. What you want from me, game? Well, whatever it wanted, we just bypassed the heck out of it, so sure. That's the thing. Do we need to, like, get you someplace, or whatever? I'm not bitter. Not bitter at all. I gotta go down here, but I can't. Fine. Should go see Madoka Magica Rebellion if you need a film one day. Look, I don't know. So here's the thing. I don't think that sequels, good or bad, or like, I don't think new bits of film or media take away from previous bits of film or media, necessarily. But I also don't really feel like I need any more Madoka. Like, it did a really good job telling its story. I'm really happy with the story that it told. Well, I'm mostly happy with the story that it told. I don't know if I need an expansion on that. What are you looking at? First, I was trying to pee, and now this. Oh, God. It's great. You're peeing, I guess. But what is with all the signage here? He could be pretty. It's a weird place for a mouth, but... like, all the signage makes me feel like I should be following the directions presented. But they don't go anywhere, so I guess not? I am very confused. We were gonna look at this one on LittleBigPlanet, and then, for some reason I decided not to, and I'm almost kind of glad that we did. Is Rebellion the third Madoka film? Okay. You can see the level out of bounds. Isn't it wonderful? Oh God, no! Isn't it the best when you can see how the level, like, breaks, basically? That's my fave. Definitely should have made this block a little bit heavier. Or maybe non-rotatable. Would have been cool. God, this is gonna take forever. Please, just land right side up. We did it. Folks, we did it. It was done, and it was... oh, we broke it. No, it's cool. I mean, I'm cool with this. This is fine. This is fine, dog. Oh, I would have been very displeased if I had looked at this on LittleBigPlanet. What? What have we done to deserve this? I was having such a good day. You suck. Block. Truly, you are the nemesis that I deserve. Oh, great. That's just effing peachy. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Wow. Wow, that was a whole thing. I can't take off the... no! I can't take off the... See, this genius game design, it rewards those with the proper grasp of physics. Truly a masterpiece, hidden in plain sight. Oh, can I push this block? Is it pushable? It is not pushable. It kind of is. God bless it, would you just move? Maybe, no, I wouldn't push it the wrong way. Thank you. It keeps on forcing me to change layers. Just a nudge. Just a nudge. Oh, wait, we're almost had it there. We're almost had it there, folks. Any time now, this is gonna work. It'll be done by us. Totally a PG-13 word. I'm sure my parents said it all the time. If only because it was probably literally true. Don't do this to me. Not now. Not now. Not at the end of the... You know what? Screw you. Baker's mouse. Kinda sad I didn't come up with this first. Stand on the block and suck downwards? Nah, it's not gonna do it. You can do a 10th anniversary story train instead. Because it's the 11th anniversary. And 11 is a lucky number if you're a clone. I think I still got bits of fiberglass in me. I don't know why that should be. I haven't worked with fiberglass in like a week, but apparently it's under the skin. God, it itches like hell. That was a weird bit of slowdown there. What do we got going on here? In 2018, Sackboy along with LittleBigPlanet. Sack Thing, thank you. Jerkface. I've said this a billion times, but I'm gonna say it again. It sounds really unpleasant. In LittleBigPlanet 1 and LittleBigPlanet 2, up until the DC DLC, which was done by PtaER, and LittleBigPlanet Karting. So those are all done by Media Molecule directly. Character is referred to as Sack Thing, and in plural, Sack Folks or Sack Things. They didn't start using Sackboy as a designate until the DLC pack. And I remember even at that time that stood out to me. And I was cheesed. Because, like, got a game that's got a not unsizable player base that is mixed. And Sack Thing is inclusive. In all respects, actually. You know, you've got your guys or gals and your MB pals, they can all be Sack Things. Shifting it to be directly and specifically Sackboy is something I think was a mistake, and was probably not even a conscious mistake. It was just like, not gonna think about it at all, we're just gonna do it. So, that... yeah, Alpy, welcome back! We're apparently playing the slowest level ever. It's the 10-year anniversary level done in LBP 1. For, well, 10-year anniversary for LBP. Um, do you think that they're actually going to go through, like, all of LBP? Like, LBP 2 and LBP 3? Hell? Alright, well, we got the gardens, the savannah, the wedding, the boomtown, the canyons, the metropolis, the islands, and the wilderness. So that's 7 levels. And we're on 3. Yeah. Well, if it... This is gonna take forever. So we're not gonna do it. Oh no. Oh yes. But I'm not gonna spend like a full 15 minutes on that. Maybe I'll just do it myself someday, but... Bounce Castle minigame. We did the Baketress Mouse. Taco Tuesday, but that's by Super Sackboy 8160, and we've already looked at a number of their things. What else we got on the list? We should have a lot more stuff on the list here. Spaceship by Super Eva. I know that name. Hideout Laboratory, Factory, Avalonia, Asylum, and Cosmos. Nope, you got it right. Kronos, you got it right. And then Manglewood... Bunkum Lagoon. What's the one in between? Oh, the Ziggurat. God, LVP3 story mode was so forgettable. I wonder if we'll get a level break here. It is an LVP1 level. Whee! But also... Wee! The blocks have an up arrow on them, but they're not, like... Ah! What do you want? Do I need to grab those blocks? That's not gonna work. Eh? Eh? Nani? Nani? I'm stuck. Maybe we can knock over the rocket ship. That'll surely help us. Yes, yes. No, no. Why? What? Okay. Okay. I mean, like, it says there's... The heck? Are those missiles? Is that... do we need to avoid those? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Jazzing along, yeah. Just jazzing along, singing a song. Side by side? Just me and my rock... Oh, they're shooting missiles at us. That's not good. Crumbs. Heck. LVP 3 was literally a fetch quest. Yes. LVP 2? Interesting. My favorite LVP stories are LVP PSP, LVP 1, and LVP PS Vita. Like... I don't know. Some of the levels in LVP 3, taken individually, like, are decent. But I don't feel like it gels. There's nothing particularly memorable about the levels. Like, there weren't any of the levels that really stood out to me and said, wow. I didn't like the characters much at all. Like, Marlin Random, and the lady who yells at you in the lagoon, and the Ziggurat guy who of course has got a goofy accent because he's false Russian, he's fakey Russian. Like, I don't know. It's just, eh, eh. I do like all the new features that LBP2 and LBP3 introduced. That aspect of it, yes. Like, I, except for D-Thermo not working as intended, I am, and I've mentioned before in streams before, but I am really happy with the create set that LBP3 gave us. But yeah, story mode just it just did not do it for me. My favorite is the move pack because you eat your enemy mercilessly. Yeah, that is true. You do get down to the cakeling. I love the move pack for introducing the paint feature. As like dumb as that sounds, I love the paint feature. I wish the paint feature didn't crash the game quite as often as it did. I think my profile corruption that really screwed the kanji school happened when I backed out of paint too quickly and didn't let it save properly. And it blew up everything, and all I was doing was like last minute detail work. That's the thing that will always get me, is that the school was basically done. And everything had been tested, everything worked. And I was like, okay, we still got some extra space. Let's put up some signage. Let's make some posters for this school. So go into paint mode, start making up posters, and that's what killed it. That's what broke it. I was so angry. LBP PSP was my first LBP3 game, my LBP game, so that's probably why it's my favorite. If it's, I never got a chance to play LBP PSP, so I can't say one way or another, like on a personal level, if it was good or bad. It might be really, really good. There's no reason to think that necessarily it wasn't. Just that I don't have any experience with it. Oh, okay. Bonus points. Cool. That's cool, but, you know, that happens. I should try it. In order for me to do LBP PSP, I would have to buy a PSP first. They're not... I can't imagine that they're particularly expensive, but it's also not something that I have a budget for at the moment. Either for time or for money, to be honest. Did I talk about last week how I had gone to, on any of the threads, how I had gone to see my tattoo dude, who is just really cool and nice, and I wanted a chance to see him anyways, but I haven't gotten any tattoo work done from him since he's opened up his own shop, and he's like gone full professional. So we were talking a little bit about tattoos, and because I want to get one on my forearm, but I'm worried about like healing and protecting the tattoo because, you know, you get bashed up a lot, get scrapes, get cuts. I carry a lot of things, so having weight on the tattoo while it's healing, I wasn't sure if that's a good idea. We talked about it, and he's like, you know, don't worry, I do a lot of tattooing on folks who do the same kind of job, and here's how you would take care of it, here's how you can keep it safe, and it'd be okay. And I was like, oh, that's really, really cool. I'm not thinking of anything like really big. What kind of rates would you think for that? And he's like, oh, you know, actually I just charge by the day now, do everything like in one day, and it's not like really an hourly rate anymore. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's what's your daily rate? And he's like, $1,200. I was like, oh, $1,200. That's yeah, it's like, ain't gonna happen. I'd love it. Like, I'd love to get a tattoo from you, mate. I really would, but there ain't no way in heck that I could afford $1,200 for a tattoo. If I had that kind of money, it would definitely be going to other things. So, yeah, Remaster tattoo. Yeah, it's like Hori Benny is amazing. He is an amazing tattooist. And he's put the work in. He's opened up his own shop. Like I don't think it's in any way wrong for him to charge those kind of rates. But it's nothing I could even hope to afford. Now, he does have some apprentices that are... I think one of his apprentices recently, like, finished the apprenticeship and has got a full... Like, they're a tattooist now. And if they've done their apprenticeship with Benny, and he says they're a tattooist, then I trust him. Like, he does not fool around. He's very, very serious about what he does. He's very, very serious about the art of it. So, I wouldn't be against getting a tattoo from one of his apprentices in any way, shape, or form. But, I would have loved to have gotten one from him as well, because he is so good. Like, his own personal style is a little bit too cheesecakey for me. But, like, he's very good at working with customers to make sure that they get what they want. And, the little eyeball spiders that he did for me are still my favorite tattoos that I've got. And some of my favorite tattoos that I've seen. They're just really well done. And the amount of, like, effort that he put into the aftercare for them was kind of nuts. So, like, he did free touch-ups years later. And we hadn't seen each other very much in the interim. Like, we weren't hanging out a lot. Because he's really busy and I was really busy. But I came in the shop one day to just ask some advice about something. And he's like, you know, let me see how your tattoos are doing. Did them like 7 years before. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to touch those up. I was like, I don't know if I got the money for that right now. And he's like, no, it's just free. I want to make sure that my art looks as good as it can. So he penciled me in for like a 2-hour session and touched them up for complete free. So, yeah. Looking back at chat, because I got wrapped up in a story. Kronos says, I'm refusing to get Loco Roco 2 solely because Blee Blee Fort 3 exists in that game. I care about my sanity to some degree. Level is way too hard for a kid's game. See, I never played... I don't think I ever played Loco Roco 2. So I feel bad that... I mean, no, please continue to talk about Loco Roco 2, by the way, because I get to learn about it, but I kind of wish I had had that experience. I'm still missing one loco stamp, and I'm losing my mind over it. I guess you say I'm going loco. Well, we are almost ready to wrap things up, Alfie, so... now's the time to make jokes like that, I suppose. Yeah, it's not... That wasn't working for me. That level was not doing it for me. This is kind of neat. I didn't expect it to be a minigame, but it's probably because I didn't look closely enough at the title screen. I imagine we're on a rotating piece of material. I died. You did great. You did great, Numbskull. Not trying to be mean. Just kidding. Wait, what? What? What just happened? Where are you going? No, please come back. What the heck is this? Reminds me of the one LBP minigame in the canyons. The one where you've got to ride the bull? Was that that? I have no idea what just happened. Like, can we not? Is there no end to the level? It was kind of neat, but the I called it a cow toaster back then. That's amazing. That is... I like cow toaster. I think I want to go with that. Excuse me, end level. Oh, you've gotten very slow. Have you run out of momentum? This is my life. This'll be what they put on my tombstone. I just... What happened? What happened? Oh, we can see the undercarriage of the level at least. I was right, it was a rotating piece of material. Nice wub wub wub, by the way. Can I say the thing was shaped like a toaster? It was. I don't disagree with you. And Umberkin, yeah, we are cursed. We are cursed. Cursed stream. Cursed stream. What? All right. Maybe that's for the best. A good wub 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 LP, I think, is a thing for every level. Every level can use a wub wub wub. All right. We have made it to we've made it to 10 o'clock. So it is time for me to wrap things up. I think I might actually eat dinner. I wasn't sure if I was going to eat dinner because I had curry today. And curry is very, very filling. Because the lunch plate is so good, yo. Lunch plate, you get like 2 things of curry, your choice. Big ol' naan. Some tandoor chicken, some tandoor shrimp. Salad, and a drink. And it's only 950 yen. I mean, holy dogs. And it's usually, like, the keema curry is pretty good. I feel like some of their other curries have fallen off a little bit, but it's still worth it for the price. I like it how I said updated, and it just kind of broke. That's the selling point of it, Alpi. Today was so busy. Oh, here's the thing. I don't know if anybody else records with OBS. This happened to me today. I record 2 levels of Isaac English back to back. It only records the headphones. It only records my microphone for 3 minutes of the first episode. Doesn't record any other microphone for the rest of it. So those are going to get posted because there's no backlog, but it really ticked me off. Although it did maybe save, like, also because I think some of the conversation might not have been the happiest conversation, and I don't always need to be happy in my videos, but like sometimes things are maybe a little bit overly personal, so maybe OBS sensed the fact and decided to cut off my mic. So I shut down OBS once I realized after I'd processed the first video what had happened. Shut down OBS, did a full restart on the computer, and later in the day after I recorded the Fever Dreams episode, I did my J-Side Isaac episodes. 2 episodes back to back. And again, about the 3-minute mark on the video, and the mic cuts out. And so, because I do back-to-back recordings, I end up with 2 episodes in J-Side that are basically voiceless. I don't know what's up with OBS. Oh, I don't know. Hive, I wish I knew what was going on, but, like, it's it's gonna be an issue. I only record Isaac on OBS, but still, like, I do need to do 6 episodes a week, and, I can't keep on putting out... I do have episodes, like, in the catalog that have got no sound because there've been mic issues, but, like, I don't want to make that a regular thing, obviously, so... You're saying OBS would make a good bartender. Probably a better bartender than I would, that's for sure. But, yeah, we got, like, so much done today. Got an episode of Fever Dreams done, episode of Little Bite-Sized Planet, 4 episodes of Isaac, made a big pot of sauce, and did the stream. So I think this was a success for today. This was a really... this was a good stream. I mentioned how, like, halfway through the stream, anybody who follows the Twitter would probably realize or know that I did not have a particularly good night on Saturday night. So today being a very, very productive day and having all y'all in chat with me, tonight I appreciated it. It's good to see Marky Barlow, and hello, Brain, please come back to me, and Hirunda, back, because you don't... Well... It's really good to have you back. I know that you've been busy as well, but it's good to have you here. Umberkin, thank you so much, and blessing us with the rainbow trout. We always appreciate a rainbow trout blessing. And to Hive and Kronos, my partners in crime, my wing folk. It is a blessing and a pleasure to have all of you in chat. But we are going to wrap things up here so that I have time to get this uploaded, kind of, and some dinner in me. So, quick schedules. Wednesday, Thursday, River City Girls. Sunday, we're going to try to unlock the gunslinger, so let's keep our fingers crossed. But from me, Disco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.